Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. Either are any of these blokes. This is my old mate Thomark. Thomark from What You Clan. A little bit of nudgy, argy, bargy there with that Striv at tier 10. Here we go, he's in a tier 10 game. Today's video is a tier 9 extravaganza. 4 replays featuring some tier 9 tanks. Very well could be quite likely, maybe possibly the last video from patch 1.0.1. Before the new patch comes out. Depending on when the new patch comes out, I'm tipping by the time this video gets published, though, it will be already out there. But anyway, let's have a look at Thomark from What You Clan. Thomark from World of Tanks U is on Himmelsdorf, and he's gone for the Eastern Hill in the baby Batchat, the tier 9 French auto-loading medium tank. Looking towards the Rimmy Borsig by the looks of it. Looks that he does have a shot there. Gets one shot into the tier 8 lightly armoured German tank destroyers. Make it 3. It's a 6-shooter, this tank, the baby Batchat. 6 shots in the clip. You can see he's running strong coffee as a premium consumable. That's going to help with the reload and the interclip speed, the camouflage rating, the view range, all that kind of jazz. Continuing to look down towards where the Borsig was last spotted. Now, he's not spotted right now. Probably tempted to maybe throw in a couple of blind shots. No, pulls back for the reload, and looks like he's pretty much done a little bit of good up there on the hill. 943 damage already. It is early part of the game on Himmelsdorf. Now, a medium tank like this might not be the tank that you might think would do well on Himmelsdorf, but don't worry, in the hands of a good player, it can certainly do good stuff all day long. Looks like he may have the replay showing a little bit buggy. He may have gone for APCR. It looks like it is, and that's still reloading. 300 damage, 263 penetration. That's with premium rounds. Standard is 232, so it's an extra 31 millimeters of penetration. He's rolling around here with a full clip. You can see there's a Panzer E100 and the IS-3. They're clearly aiming towards the west, so he thinks, rightio, we want to get rid of this, get rid of the E3 first. That's probably what he wants to do. Get rid of a tier 10 tank. Putting shots into the back of the Panzer E100. He's going to cop a shot from... Did he get shot by the IS-3? I'm not too sure. He totally ignored the IS-3, focusing instead, doing the right thing, focusing instead of getting the health of those tier 10 tanks down as low as he could. He got rid of the E3, and he also got rid of a lot of the health of that Panzer E100, so down to 539 hit points. Nearly 2,500 damage done now for Thomark from What You Clan in the baby Batchat, the BC25tAP. He knows that IS-3 is certainly interested in him. He's just reloading. The IS-3 just peeking around the corner. That's what he's trying to do. Just look around that corner to have a look where that IS-3 is aiming. And he's probably thinking, well, he's either going to shoot me or the Scorpion G. It may as well be me. Comes in there like a wrecking ball, puts one round into him, comes around the corner, and his teammates have already done the job over here. He is on 5-2 is the score. 2,724 hit points of damage. 5 bullets left in that clip as he comes around, probably looking towards the Concrete. He's going to take the shortcut through the square. He is. Bit of a ballsy manoeuvre because he knows if he gets spotted, he might be sniped from the top of that eastern hill over there. But I reckon those enemy tanks are probably busy with those green ones right there. Finds the back of the Striv S1. The Stevie tank puts 2 shells into him. Make it 3. Is it going to be 3? Third one, he was probably hoping to track him with that one. And one more finishes off the job. He's only got 1 APCR round left, so he doesn't want to reload. He wants to use it, and there it is. You're always better off using your rounds if you can, I guess, especially if it's going to cause damage. 4,022 hit points of damage to Thomark from What You Clan. In the baby Batchat, just 1 tier 10 tank left on his team. 4,022 damage done. A little bit of assisted damage. He's right in the front of it, clearly looking towards that Conqueror at tier 9. Only 1 tier 10 tank on the enemy team left, and that's a Leopard who's up there on the eastern hill. Thomark looking towards the ISU 152 as well as the Conqueror. Now that ISU 152, I don't think he could one-shot him, but he doesn't want to get shot nonetheless. Of course, the ISU 152 goes behind that building just as Thomark loads his clip. I reckon he just spotted the artillery. But even though medium tanks love artillery, he wants to get rid of the Conqueror first. The score being 8-4 now. And what's he going to do? He's got to get out of there. He doesn't want more than one of those tanks on the eastern hill shooting towards him. The AMX CDC right back here with artillery. Not sure if that's the best place for an AMX CDC. Puts 2 into him, 3 into him should be enough. Looking to throw his last round into the Lorraine. Of course, that Lorraine is not the slowest tank in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but he can see it's just fired. He's only got 1 round left, so he wants to put that one into the back of the artillery. The Centurion 7-1 gets killed on the hill. He is reloading. I reckon he was probably thinking about going for the ram there. Now he needs to make a decision. Is he going to try and cap this one? That's what his teammates clearly want to do. The Centurion who just got killed, of course. The Striv, is it the Striv? And the T28. The Striv and the T28 both on cap now. 37 seconds left, and I guess Thomark's thinking, well, I might as well go for some more damage, but also not just getting more damage, but confirming the win. Make sure that these enemy tanks can't get back here for resets. That's probably what he's thinking now. 10-9. They're only winning by 1 tank. He is on an absolute ripper. And of course, that Centurion 7-1 on the enemy team came around the corner just as Thomark reloaded his gun, which is exactly look. Perfect timing from Thomark, and probably not so perfect timing from the Centurion 7-1. 11-9 the score now. He's got 3 rounds left. He's not sure where that VK100-01P is. He's probably that VK, the E75 and the Tortoise, none of them going to be quick enough to go back for resets. Looks like the Leopard is the only one that might be quick enough to do that, but it looks like his team are capping it out anyway. 11-10, the T28 and the Striv not wanting to contest the hill. Thomark left on 5 kills, left without a top gun. He might have got a top gun. I reckon he would have. Got a top gun had he been allowed to continue to cause a little bit of havoc up on the hill. Let's have a quick look at the post-game battle result before we move on to our second game. 4 replays in today's video. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge in the Baby Batchat. The Bruiser Medal, fired up, fire for affected. High caliber, missed out in the top gun, probably by 2 bullets, I reckon. 6,065 hit points of damage, 5 kills, 14-13. Base experience, 25 shots fired. They all hit and only 1 failed to penetrate. Not too bad at all. If we look onto the second page, looking onto the second page, where did it go? There it is. What's onto the third page, I should say. 16,789 credits. That's after tax with a premium account in the Baby Batchat in that 6.5 minute game. As we move on to our second battle, today's video featuring 4 Tier 9 Ace Tanker replays. This is my old mate Celestial Ludenberg in Life Clan. This time he's in the Mauschen. Now the Mauschen is the one that leads to the mouse, as the name may suggest, and he's on Ruinberg. He's rolling around in one of the slowest tanks in the game. The Mauschen he's got APCR rounds loaded, 128mm gun, 490 alpha damage, 311 penetration. Now that's premium ammunition. 246 with standard, so it's an extra. What's that? It's an extra 55mm of penetration. He looks like he's going to the brawling area in Ruinberg. Celestial Ludenberg from Life Clan loves his German tanks, rolling around into where all the brawling seems to happen. It is a tier 10. It is a tier 10 battle. He bounces a shot from the Object 705, and he's got. Is that 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel? I reckon it is. 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel of the Mauschen at tier 9. That tells me he's probably going for 3. He's no dummy at all, this bloke. He knows what he's doing in these big, strong, heavy German tanks. Peeking around this corner, looking for some more action. He's not top tier in this tank. Top tier is a Mouse, a Progetto 65, and a Conqueror gun carrier on the enemy team. But it looks like he's hoping to lead, hoping to inspire his team to for an epic victory on the western part of this map. Now, he just copped 16 hit points of damage. Do not adjust your sets. That's exactly what happened. He just copped 16 hit points of damage from the Mouse, which was a heat round. I'm guessing maybe the Mouse thought he might have been able to put a heat round into the Progetto or the AMX. I'm not really sure what he was thinking there, but nonetheless, he got 16 hit points of damage. And then the next shot, which Celestial Ludenberg bounced, was an APCR round. He puts one into the Scorpion G, sticking with the premium rounds. And clearly tells me he's probably going for another mark of excellence on this tank. 1,488 hit points of damage. 2-1 is the score. Looking towards the Object 705. That's a tank that he bounced first up when he first came around the corner. Puts one big old German round into the lower plate of the Object 705. Cops a shot in return though for 458 damage. 2-all is the score. Celestial Ludenberg from LifeClan on nearly 2,000 damage already, nearly blocked 1,900. Is not stuffing around. Looks like he might be going around to probably try and take on this mouse, or at least keep him lit so the tanks behind him can help. All the tanks behind him, which look like they're heading towards the mouse, they're all lower. None of them are tier 10. So Celestial Ludenberg from LifeClan wants to make sure he's doing some damage into the mouse as well. Looks like the mouse just fired. There is a 705 there. He doesn't want to be getting shot by too many people at the same time. If he can handle it, help it at all. Doesn't penetrate that one. Looks like that one went into the gun mount. Bounces a shot from the 705. Looks over there towards the... That's the baby Batchat. That's the baby Batchat over there in the east. Lots of enemy tanks in the east. The advantage, I'm tipping the advantage certainly is in the west, which is where Celestial Ludenberg is. Blind fires towards where all those medium tanks, well, there's a Progetto 65, a Progetto 46, a couple of baby Batchats, and probably the T54 and the T25 Pilot 1 probably over there in the east, and of course only one friendly tank over there, the T25 Pilot on Celestial Ludenberg's team, which unlucky enough to be bottom tier in this game. 3-1 the score now. 2 tanks down. Needs to get rid of this mouse. He does. Getting rid of a top tier tank, that certainly will help his team to turn this one around. Progetto 46 on the other side of the map gets killed as well by the IS-7. Maybe he wasn't on the other side of the map. Conqueror GC. Was it the Conqueror GC that just got Celestial? We're not too sure, but he is. His crew is stunned. He's not going to waste his first aid kit. Is simply just going to wait for them to heal. Aim. Put one into the lower plate of the 705. Takes him down to 1,102 hit points. 3,154 hit points of damage. 2,300 damage blocks. A little bit of assisted damage, but now they're down by 2 tanks. Yet again, as Celestial puts one into the 705, brings him down to 637. Must be said, his team are absolutely capitulating as the chat starts to get a little bit toxic, and people blaming each other left, right, and centre for the current state of the scoreboard. And Celestial said, "No worries, hold my beer. I've got this." He's looking towards the Tiger 2 now. This should be a kill if he lands it properly. He does, and it is. That's his second kill. 2 kills, 4,500 damage done, 3,000 damage blocks. Continuing to roll around, he finds the Conqueror GC and says, "Hello, Conqueror GC. I'm nearly loaded just for you." Critical hit into the Conqueror GC, possibly tracked. I don't know where that bullet went. Who knows? He won't be too happy about that one. Second shot doesn't fail to pen. The Conqueror finally decides to move. The Conqueror GC finally decides to move. Not sure why the Conqueror didn't start moving right away, to be honest. Gets rid of another gun out of the game. Gets rid of that 705 that he's been fighting with so valiantly for most of this battle. One enemy tank on the cap. The Progetto, looks like the Progetto's gotten a little bit brave and he's going for the artillery. Progetto gets rid of the IS-7 gets rid of the M40, M43. Progetto clearly probably going after the big bad British artillery. He does now. He's turning. He just got that 4th kill into the nameless, and of course that makes Celestial Ludenberg ahead in this game for the first time. 11-10, 4 kills, 5,946 damage, 3,840 damage blocked. He says sigh in the chat because it looks like nobody is going for cap resets. They've got 2 on cap. Now they've only got 1 on cap because they were not going to cap that one. Actually, the Progetto got killed by the enemy Progetto. That's why there's only 1 on cap now. 11 all, 19 seconds remaining before the enemy team can cap this one out. Are they going to cap this one out? There's 2 enemy tanks on the cap. It looks like it may be the platoon, the T54 and the baby Batchat. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. No, down to 20 seconds. Looks like the AMX 5100 does the right thing and got the reset. Also got the kill on the baby Batchat. And now 12 all is the score. What happened to the IS-7? The IS-7 got killed in... The IS-7 got killed in some kind of skirmish down in the south. The IS-7, I think, was sitting on the cap. But good job by the AMX 5100 getting rid of the capping tanks. I've just quickened this one up a bit because the Mauschen is pretty slow at tier 9. Celestial Ludenberg from LifeClan, 4 kills, nearly 6,000 damage done. Unfortunately, that 5100 got taken out by the other baby Batchat. Of course, the baby Batchat and the Progetto 65, both remaining enemy tanks. They're the only 2 remaining tanks. Of course, he doesn't have to worry about artillery, but he is going to have to. He's going to have to do a little bit of damage, isn't he, to carry this one. Nearly 6 minutes left in this battle. Celestial Ludenberg on 6,500 hit points of damage. Nearly 4,000 damage blocked. The Progetto clearly sitting on cap, but he doesn't let that siren. Distract him. He puts one into the baby Batchat, gets rid of Mushroom Explosion. Progetto 46 takes him down to 100 hit points, and now all of a sudden Celestial Ludenberg, he's on a top gun. Another one that missed out on the top gun. Not a bad shot to the artillery player. Well played to the Batchat 15558, getting rid of that Progetto in the end. All enemy tanks destroyed, and yes, you guessed it, folks, it was yet another Ace Tanker Mastery badge for me old mate Celestial Ludenberg from LifeClan in the Mauschen. Now the Mauschen is a pretty slow but strong heavy tank. Ace Tanker Mastery in that replay. Bruiser, Hand of God, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Defender Medal for those cap points, Spartan for surviving whilst on low health, Steel Wall, High Caliber, unlucky not to get the top gun, but I can't say I blame the artillery for taking that kill, because it really could have gone either way. It's one of those games that just it just could have went either way. Who knows what could have happened in that one. He also got he got plenty of medals. He knows what he's doing in that Mauschen. He'll have 3 marks on that in no time. 21 shots fired, 20 hit, 17 did damage, 7,184 in the end, 4,200 damage blocked. He made 14,500 credits. That's with a premium account. Even firing that premium ammunition towards the beginning of that game, and for a good part of that game, carried the hell out of that one. And I'm not sure, can't remember who was typing in the chat, but about players being noobs and stuff, but who knows, I'm not going to call them out in this video. Let's move on to game number 3 in this extravaganza of tier 9 tanks. This is my old mate the Flying Elite from Yeti Clan, platooned up with his old mate the Internet, also from Yeti Clan. The Internet in the Standard B, that's the tier 9 Italian tank. Yeah, it's the Italian tank. I had to think for a minute. And the Flying Elite in an old favourite, the T54 Lightweight. Of course, T54 Lightweight was, you'd see it everywhere when it was at Tier 8. You'd see it all the time in Tier 8 Clan Wars, in Tier 8 Strongholds, and of course, in lots and lots of replays. Sent to me, thank Christ for that. T54 Lightweight, what's he got? Looks like he's running full gold. Maybe working on Marks of Excellence. 250 alpha damage, 235 penetration, 208 with standard. You can see he's running extra combat rations for the bonuses it gives. And yes, he has got 1 Mark of Excellence on that gun. I'm tipping maybe that's what he's trying to do. Just kicking back here, just getting vision on the central part of the map, I guess. Not really getting that much vision because he's just been spotted by another tank, maybe the T49. Who knows? T26E5 goes down. The Flying Elite from Yeti Clan. He's a community contributor as well. Check his channel out. There'll be a link down below. We're going to quicken it up just a little bit because it's nearly lunchtime as I'm recording this, and the Flying Elite is looking towards the Centurion 5-1 by the looks of it, the Aussie tank. Not too sure what happened to the T26E5. That's a Patriot, but he puts one into the side of the Centurion 5-1. That's the Aussie tank, the Tier 8 Premium. Lots of tanks on that red line. What's there? Object 704, the Scorpion G, the Striv, and another Scorpion G, as well as artillery. Looks pretty crowded, that northeastern corner. I bet the enemy artillery would be loving the side of that one. Flying Elite puts one into the Centurion 7-1. That's a Tier 9 British medium tank. And continuing to play around on this ridgeline, knowing that nobody's really up there with him, so he can't really go any further, because if you go, it doesn't really matter what he sees if he goes too much further. Those guys on the red line won't be able to shoot them anyway. AMX M449 and the IS-3. On the enemy team, looks like they're going to the beach, as well as possibly the Panzer E100, unless the Panzer E100. It could be just camping a little bit. Who knows? Flying elite from Yeti Clan in the T54 Lightweight, the Tier 9 Russian. The Tier 9 Russian light tank with the 100mm gun. Very fun tank to play indeed. Clearly looking towards the Centurion 5-1. Picks up some assisted damage on the KV4. Puts a shot into the Centurion 5-1. And now Scorpion G killed it. That's his flying elite, keeping these people in the game. Looked like he shot his teammate. He didn't. He put a shot towards the T49, and at the same time I think the T49 shot the teammate. Finds the KV4 again. KV4 aiming his gun elsewhere. So Flying Elite simply auto aims and does the circle of death to the Tier 8 Russian heavy. One more shot into him, kills him. Did he kill him by fire? I'm not too sure. The internet in the standard B picks up the kill on the Centurion 7-1. Now the score is 5-3. Flying Elite rolling around this Scorpion G, doing exactly the same thing, staying away from the premium Tier 8 German tank destroyer's gun. Artillery's trying to get in on this battle. Gee, you wouldn't want him to fire, would you? Yep, of course he does. No, that came from that direction, so that would have been the enemy artillery. Not the friendly artillery, which is good. Good to see. 6-3 the score now. Flying Elite from Yeti on 2 kills, 2,500 damage. A little bit of assisted damage, 971. Looks like he's going to continue to roll down that 9-0 line as he looks for the last remaining tanks. There's one of the arties, and he'll say, no worries, thank you very much. Now those extra combat rations, they're certainly helping that reload, as well as his vision and his aim time. And that's why he runs it. And that's something I'm going to start experimenting with myself. Let's see if it helps a noob like me. 6-3, 2 kills to the Flying Elite, 1 to the internet, both from Yeti Clan, platooned up. He finds the British artillery, one quick Russian round in the back of the British artillery, the FV3805 at Tier 9, and he continues to roll around looking for more artillery. There's still 2 more, the GW E100 and of course the GW Tiger P at Tier 10 and Tier 8. Looking, looks like his platoon mate put one into the GW E100. Flying Elite picks up the kill, goes over a few little bumps there, puts one into the Tier 9. His platoon mate picks up that kill, and now he's finding the campers at the back. There's a T10 on the T10. Shouldn't be too much problems, but they're all down there, so he needs to probably conserve his health a little bit. That's why he's running up towards this little thing to overlook. Looking for the Panzer E100, puts one into him, cuts a shot for the Scorpion G. He knows he'll be able to beat the reload on the Scorpion G, so he stays there to put a good old Russian shell into the side of the Panzer E100. 12-5 now, continuing to move around. He doesn't want that Scorpion G to be able to shoot him. Well, he won't, because he's being killed by the T92 HMC. There's kill number 5 to the Flying Elite. Kills the 110 just as friendly artillery tries to do it. He's 1 kill away from a top gun, clearly looking at the pattern, thinking, oh, can I get this pattern? Is he gonna do a cliff dive? He's lining him up. He's thinking about it. He's gonna reverse. It's gonna be something a little bit dank, I think, to try and get this pattern. The pattern on very low health. The standard B coming down to try and kill the object. The object 268. There's the pattern. He goes in like a wrecking ball for the pattern. Another replay where someone just misses out on the top gun. That's 3 out of 3 replays with 5 kills. Look, it would have looked good. It certainly would have looked good. Why T92, he says in the chat. Well, T92 clearly wanted to kill. I guess that's what artillery does. The SU-14-2 just killed the other guy as well, the internet, the platoon mate of the Flying Elite, and wow, what a game! What a game! Another ace tanker mastery badge for me, I'll make the Flying Elite from Yeti Clan. Not just a ace tanker, but he also had the spotter medal for that assisted damage. Bruiser, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, Pescucci's medal for killing 2 artilleries, patrol duty and high caliber. Another replay where somebody just misses out on a top gun. Look, I don't know what the next one's going to hold. I haven't watched it, but let's see how we go. We're on Tier 9 Extravaganza. Flying Elite fired 21 shots, 19 hit. They all penetrated. Nothing wrong with Flying Elite picking where to shoot these tanks, and even when he was auto aimed and doing those circle jerks around the Scorpion G and the KV2, I guess if you've got the backs of those tanks and the sides, which is what he was going for, it worked quite well. Cost him 55,500 credits though, but that's no worries. He knows how to make credits as well. Don't worry about that. That 6.5 minute game, and he'll be on the way to 2 or 3 mark that tank in no time at all. I'm tipping that's why he was running full 100% premium ammunition in that one. As we move on to our 4th and final replay in today's Extravaganza, featuring some Tier 9 ace tanker replays. This is Panzer Burner from NZS Clan. Panzer Burner in the Emil 2. The Emil 2 is the 4-shot auto-loading Swedish Tier 9 heavy tank, and it's the one with that really pretty dank turret. If you have a look at the turret on this tank, where is it? There you go. There's the turret. It looks pretty cool. Very, very well angled. And of course, if you can get hulled down into a good little, good old-fashioned gunfight in this bad boy, then that turret will bounce shots all day long. Panzer Burner from NZS in the Tier 9 auto-loading Swedish heavy tank, rolling up to where the heavy tanks do their business on El Hallouf. As well as an awesome turret. It's got pretty good gun depression as well, so you can do stuff like this and not really expose too much of your tank. No idea how that one didn't penetrate the Conway, but he gets a second shot away, which again doesn't penetrate. Third shot penetrates a Leopard PTA, and he wants to empty his clip and come back with a full one. So he got 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. Not fantastic, but not a bad start. 839 hit points of damage. We'll quicken it up a bit because, like I said earlier, it is just about lunchtime. 0-1 on Hallouf. Panzer Burner from NZS Clan in the Tier 9 Swedish auto-loading heavy tank. He's just about loaded his clip. It's going to start poking up pretty soon, looking for those enemy tanks. Looking at the minimap, there's lots of enemy tanks in this part of the world. There's, in fact, every enemy tank that's been spotted has been spotted here in the northwest part of El Hallouf. He's biding his time, Panzer Burner in the Emil. Who wants to get up there? He wants those side shots into the IS-4. Auto aims and misses, and of course he also bumped into that Samua. Fired two rounds. Nothing yet. Pulls back again for the reload. So we'll quicken it up once again. 0-1. 0-2 the score now. 0-3 as the Patton and the ELC even 90 go down. You can see the tank destroyers on the other side of the map. They're just sitting there hoping something's going to happen. I don't really think they're in this game. 0-3 on El Hallouf. Panzer Burner finally gets the full clip ready to rock and roll. Puts one. Fails to penetrate the Mauschen. The second shot, that penetrates for 432 hit points. 2 rounds left. Waiting. What should he do? Looking up there, the T10's just fired by the looks of it. There you go. Gets a kill. Blows the head off the Leopard PTA at Tier 9. And of course, pulls back once again for the reload. He's the only guy then he kills in this battle. Kicking back quite nicely here. Still on pretty much full health. He's only lost 2 hit points, and that's from when he tapped that Samua, as they were both sort of going for those kills. Just about loaded now. Kept his gun, kept his turret down, kept hull down. That's what I'm trying to say. So that Samua didn't have much of a chance to penetrate Panzer Burner from NZS in the Emil. Shoots and doesn't pan the Mauschen. There's some heavy armour up here. That Mauschen can be a tough nut to crack. That one doesn't have any problems though. Going through the premium Tier 8 auto-loading French heavy tank. French heavy tank that's being touted as the tank. A French heavy autoloader with armour. That's a Samua. 1-4 though, so he's going to have to do something pretty dank to turn this game around. Just gets stunned pops one shot again towards that Mauschen. All he's doing with that Mauschen is giving him a steel wall. I really think he maybe... he's switching to premium ammunition now. That's probably the right thing to do for that Mauschen. Turns around, sees a JP2 coming up behind him. Still down by 3 tanks. He's just about got a full clip ready to rock and roll. Sees the... that's the baby Batchat. Auto aims on the baby Batchat. Gets away with auto aiming there. Second shot should kill him. It does. And of course that JP2 got killed by the friendly, by the Waffenträger Alpha Panzer 4 back there at the same time. 4-7 the score now. Still down by 3 tanks. Still in a very good position though. Panzer Burner from NZS. He'll be a little bit frustrated. With the way he's been bouncing some shots. Puts one into the VK45-02, puts 2 in. Somebody else kills the AMX AC48 as Panzer Burner bounces that shot, and that is exactly what needed to happen. Fixes his crew. There's that Mauschen again. Continues with the heat rounds. Looks like artillery's aiming his way. That's exactly the right thing for artillery to do. Aim for those heavily armoured tanks and try and help Panzer Burner carry this game. 7-7, 8-7 now as the Conway goes down to the J-Tiger. And still that Udes is back there. Looks like the Waffenträger Alpha Panzer 4 has joined the fight. He bounces the IS-4 and artillery gets him. Won't be too thrilled about that. It was only 114 hit points of damage he copped from that artillery, but he was reloading. He still is reloading. His crew's okay now, and he needed that to happen because I think he was on the reload. He's got 6 premium rounds remaining. 4 up the barrel, I guess you'd say. Finds the back of the Jag Panzer. Bounces the Jag Panzer. Probably the tracked armor there. Second shot goes through. Needs to continue to get it. Third shot, not sure how that one went through. Cops one from the artillery. Loses his driver. He can't fix his driver for another 13 or another 8 seconds. 10-7 though. They're not looking too bad at all. Waiting for that first aid kit. He does have one shot. Auto aim does the job, and that's it for those enemy tanks that were in the northwest. 12-7 now. Panzer Burner from NZS on 3 kills. 5,500 damage done. 3,830 damage blocked. That's relevant because if you get in a good hold down position with this bad boy, you can certainly bounce shots all day long. 12-7, 3 kills. Nearly over 5,500 damage done, nearly 3,900 blocked, 23 assisted damage, and now it's time to go looking for the Udes and the T92 and try to mop this game up. They were down by quite a few tanks not too long ago. Of course he loses his ammo rack. He can't fix that for another 12 seconds. I hope he doesn't take another reload. That sounds like the T92 just fired. He's down to 24 hit points, but hopefully he can find the T92 before somebody else does, or before he jumps off a cliff. Is he going to jump off a cliff? No, the Udes confirms that kill. Not a bad comeback at all from the old mate Panzer Burner from NZS. Let's have another look at that result. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from Panzer Burner from NZS. As well as that, it's the Hand of God Spotter Medal for that assisted damage he did. Bruiser, fired up, fire for effect, Shell-proof, Spartan, Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anyone else, Steel Wall, and of course the High Caliber for carrying the hell out of that one. 6,001 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1633. Base experience, he did more than double what anybody else did in that one. Even the tier 10s, not too bad at all. 25 shots fired, 22 hits, 17 penetrated. Apart from those, be forgiven to think at the start, those non-penetrating shots into the Mauschen and stuff was not too good, but he made up for it at the end, that's for sure. Carried that game all the way. Thank you very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this Tier 9 extravaganza. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that kind of jazz. Take care, and see you all next time.